on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Buffalo Bills. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line. Here we go.
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Bills, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Quick slant caught by Moore. The quick slant good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Down the left sideline. Inside the 20, Kareem Hunt, touchdown, Chicago! Kareem Hunt, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. They run again with Hines. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. To the air. Allen flushed out right. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now inside the 25. Touchdown! Naeem Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
The extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
They're on the 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had a short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They begin the drive with Hines. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. You look at this Bears defense coming into this one ranked number 19 in the NFL against the pass.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Now he fires deep for Shakir. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is taken at about the 14. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possible. Let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
14, Bill 7. Albrecht Rosas set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
You look at this Bears defense. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if we can get to him. The quarterback run, good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it with Hines. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th on their own side of the field. Close to the 50, but their own side of the field. They only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man on man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there we saw it. At the point of attack, find enough yardage to pick up a 1st down. Give them credit for that one.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 4.
56.
Here's Hines. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. The Bills at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed, as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. Allen off the play fake. He's got a man. It's his fullback. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing now is Allen. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Nyheim Hines with their 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really... Fields hit and the ball is loose. Now this is picked up by the Bills. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
56.
Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 9 yards that time. They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Bills! Stephon Diggs. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have broken the tie. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Fields now to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Fields. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And his throw here is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
A play fake. Now Fields to throw. Rolling to his right. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Fields taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
Albert Rosas set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, as they will take over here with a little more than 30 seconds remaining. That is complete downfield to Knox. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Buffalo Bills. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Allen. They'll fire this deep for Hardy. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Early early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Allen. They'll fire this deep for Hardy. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On play action, Allen. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
These guys running back out of the backfield. And he's going to have the Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
The end result, 21 yards.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's off balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. And that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now it's Hines. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
Here's Allen to throw it. Looking for his man on the out route, and he's got Diggs.
So the completion results there in 9 yards.
And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Allen will look to throw for it on fourth. He's got his target. That's complete. He's still on his feet. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Reggie Gilliam, 39 yards. And the Bills have broken the tie. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 118 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
First down, Chicago.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a toss running left, Hunt. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Moore, the motion man right. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
And a lot of times these players, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Fields. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Going quickly out to the right side. Oh, he's going to be stopped up right at that unofficial yellow line, but I do believe he got the 2 yards. Yes, confirmed by the referee. It's a 1st down. On play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Going quickly out wide to Moore. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air again, Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Fields on 1st down. That'll be caught. It's Scott. Touchdown, Bears! Tyler Scott, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are all tied at 28.
Albert Rosas set to kick off.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that?
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 49 yards.
That's good for the Buffalo Bills.
Before they can snap it, time runs out. On this back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right.
Crossing right, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
A lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Touchdown! Dawson Knox, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Bills answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Go. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Handoff up the middle, Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere.
Terrell Bernard is in on the tackle.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Bills.
Deontay Hardy, 43 yards. And the Bills are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Jamal Agnew. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bears. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Here's Allen. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one, because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down.
There he goes, right side.
How about this? Racing to the end zone.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 82 yards.
And the Bills are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And the lead is up to 14.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. The bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that we're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now Allen. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Deontay Hardy
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
They try to set up the screen. Oh, nearly disaster. But it's incomplete. Not much chance of that working. Almost intercepted. It's second down. To throw is Fields. Swings this out for Hunt. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Bears.
On first down, it's Fields. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 156 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They run with Hines, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
On second down, it's Hines. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here is third down at 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Well,
not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film.